Exit past questions. What's the difference between mass and weights? Very straightforward one. Here's an interesting one. I often ask teachers, I saw a science teacher using this. Every single student writes their answers to the difference between mass and weight on a 3x5 index card. At the end of the lesson, the students file out the classroom, handing in their cards. The teacher read through the cards and she put them in the bin. That surprised me. I said, why do you put them in the bin? She said, I know when to start tomorrow's lesson. I said, what do you learn? She said, they all got it right, I'm moving on. I said, what would you have done if they'd all got it wrong? She said, I'd have taught it again, but slower and louder. She said, no, that's a joke, she said. I'd have taught it again in a different way. I said, what would you have done if half the students got it right and half the students got it wrong? She said, I'd have kept 2 of the cards. One good answer, one not so good answer. I would have then put the 2 cards on the document camera and started the next lesson by asking the students to vote for one or the other, by holding 1 for A, 2 for B, and take the discussion from there. I said, why didn't you give the students individual feedback? She said, I couldn't. They didn't write their names on the cards. I said, why didn't you actually get them to write their names on the cards? She said, that'd be stupid. If I wanted to give individual feedback, I'd have got them to write their answers in their science notebooks, which already have their names written on them. What this teacher wanted to do was make a quick decision, not taking a lot of her time, to decide where to start tomorrow's lesson. And that crystallized for me the crucial distinction in formative assessment. She wasn't doing data-driven decision-making. She was doing decision-driven data collection. She'd already started from the decision she wanted to make, where do I start tomorrow's lesson? And collected the minimum amount of information she needed to make that decision in a smarter way. And I think that is a really important distinction. Too many people who espouse formative assessment or assessment for learning think just collecting evidence is a good idea. If you have no idea what you're going to do with the evidence, probably not a good idea to collect it in the first place.